So, GTA 6 is finally here. And, the graphics look amazing. But why, America? Why are you constantly creating video game franchise that's gonna politically take kids' minds to the extreme of killing and shooting? It's just so many school shootings, too many shootings, and yet Grand Theft Auto has become a huge pop culture icon for video game franchise ever. And yet, it's still, people do not see how dangerous a game like Grand Theft Auto is, where you are a thief, where you are a murderer, where you are a gangster ready to shoot and kill and murder people. You can actually do that. You can have sex. You could go to a porn shop or a porn gallery. I don't know, one of those things that you go into. It's so inappropriate, honestly. These games and parents who are not safe these days do not believe that these kids will be warped into the mind of the idea of shooting and killing. I mean, there's so much high rate of drug addiction, drinking, increased over the years since GTA has been created. Because you're actually going into these kids' minds, parents who are not obligated at all through the mindset of believing that GTA is gonna really just gonna be a fun video game when, and I get it, guns, there's so much gun violence. If we could teach kids the right way to, I believe it should be better if we had blasters in games, more so than killing and shooting, because there's so much triggers when it comes to GTA, and I don't just mean triggers as in suicide, I mean triggers as in mentally wanting to go in and kill, shoot. There's been high rates of school shootings. There's been I mean, honestly, and they catch these kids, and these kids play these games. Even the kid in Florida, or who was abused by his mom, was playing. I believe was playing these games years ago. And then there was that other kid from. Oh, it was so many years ago, like a decade ago, where he was shooting something like an elementary school. Oh, I forget it now. But these GTA's games are constantly are being played by kids, little kids. These parents aren't being safe. There's parents who are not being safe at all. They're just giving these kids these games just to shut them up. Just to have fun, go do stupid stuff. They don't know how mentally these games can really agitate and really warp these kids, that doing drugs, smoking weed, cracking coke, or snorting coke, I'm sorry, and shooting is really fun, really a great thing to do, to relieve stress, to relieve your urge, your anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. It can actually agitate those thoughts even more. I have no idea how incredibly dangerous GTA is. I have played games where it's not even good for me. I know See, I know when I have a game where I played a game or I see a game, I know that it is not good for me. Mentally, for my mental health. Kids these days do not. They have very short attention spans, even shorter now thanks to TikTok. I mean, if you're watching short videos multiple times for a long period, excessive for years, you are shortening your attention span shorter and shorter. You really are. And I've done TikTok. I've tried it. It's not good for me. For my better health. You could do you, but it's not good for me. But anyway, like I said, I have control. Now, I have played game with guns, like tonight I played Uncharted. Okay, I was stopping a bad guy from spreading a deadly virus. However, I do think it was a little bit of a trigger, but, it was good because I was stopping terrorists. I was fighting these mercenaries who were going to spread a plague. If we are teaching children better ways to handle anxiety, better ways to handle stress, Grand Theft Auto is not a good thing. It could trigger more kids to commit suicide. It could trigger kids to go out and have drug addictions. It could really, really mess their heads up. And I was actually all for the Fortnite age restriction. I thought that was a good thing. Because there are kids who don't know better. And so I actually think Fortnite did a good thing. However, they deleted it because of people ranting, and I thought that was good for them, because there are some things that came on Fortnite that are not age appropriate for kids. And you know what? It's okay to play games to cope with anxiety and depression, but it's not okay that these games with lethal weapons, with the idea of shooting, going free, killing, murdering, shooting people, committing theft, it can actually convince kids to go out and commit crimes more. Rise of crime waves. We need to stop making Grand Theft Auto, or more kids' lives are going to be more pressured than ever before. Please.